A message broker is a software component that facilitates communication between different applications, services, or components in a system by receiving, storing, and forwarding messages. It acts as an intermediary that ensures messages are passed from one part of a system to another, often in an asynchronous manner. This decouples the producer and consumer of the messages, allowing each part to operate independently. Now let's go over the key functions of a message broker. A message broker can queue messages that need to be sent or processed later. This ensures that even if a consumer is temporarily unavailable, the message will not be lost and it will be delivered when the consumer is ready. Next, the broker can route messages to the appropriate consumer based on predefined rules, such as routing keys, topics, or even content-based routing. Some message brokers can transform the message before forwarding it, such as converting data formats or enriching the message with additional information. The broker ensures reliable message delivery. It may support acknowledgements to confirm receipt, message persistence to ensure messages are not lost even if the broker crashes, and retry mechanisms in case of failed delivery. Now, a question that comes up is, why do we even use a message broker? Why does it exist? Well, by using a message broker, systems or services do not need to directly know about each other. They only interact with the broker, which makes the system more flexible and easier to scale or modify. This is decoupling. Producers and consumers of messages do not need to interact synchronously. This means that a producer can send a message and continue working without waiting for a response from the consumer. This is particularly useful in high-load systems. A message broker can distribute the load across multiple consumers, ensuring that no single consumer is overwhelmed with too many messages, and the system can scale horizontally. If one part of the system fails, such as a consumer, the message broker ensures that messages are not lost and can be retried or processed once the consumer is available again. Some examples of message brokers include RabbitMQ, which is a widely used message broker that supports various messaging patterns like queues, PubSub, etc. Another one is Apache Kafka, a high-throughput distributed messaging system designed for handling large volumes of data and stream processing. Another one is Amazon SQS, Simple Queue Service, a fully managed message queuing service that enables asynchronous communication between distributed services. And just like Amazon SQS, Google also has Google PubSub and Google Cloud Tasks. Amazon SQS, Google PubSub, Google Cloud Tasks, and similar services are on the cloud. They can be costly and you don't own them, which means the prices can fluctuate. Amazon SQS, Google PubSub, and Google Cloud Tasks are available on the cloud by their respective companies like Amazon and Google. However, using RabbitMQ or Apache Kafka, you can host your own message broker on your own server. Looking at broker in a real-world application, let's take an example of an e-commerce application. When a user places an order, the order details might be sent to a message broker like RabbitMQ, and different services such as inventory management, payment processing, and shipping can consume the message from the queue asynchronously to process the order without being directly dependent on one another. Now, this is an oversimplified example, but yes, it is close to a real-world scenario. In summary, a message broker serves as a middleman that enables asynchronous, reliable, and scalable communication between different parts of a system, making it an essential tool in modern distributed architectures.